Has this happened to you? We've all been there. And today, we're talking about how to avoid those dreaded awkward silences. Tip 1. Story cues. This reminds me of a similar situation. Story cues with similarities allow you to relate to the person you're talking to, and that relation and that similarity is going to allow you to form a bond much easier up front. But just make sure you're not a one-upper. Nobody likes a one-upper. Let me tell you about this one time. Tip numero 2. Ask open-ended questions. I was at a workout event networking this one time in my athleisure gear, and this person shows up in a suit. They're Sunday's finest. At a workout event, number 1, I immediately wanted to be their best friend. Number 2, I wanted to go inquire about this. Here's how the conversation could have gone. So you like suits? Come on. That's not the best way to start a conversation with someone. If they felt that it was aggressive or coming off in a negative way, they're immediately just gonna say, uh-huh. Instead, I asked, I love your suit. Were you just coming from another event? This leads into a hopeful story, and if they weren't coming from another event and they just showed up in a suit, it's probably something we can all laugh off and enjoy, like, I've done it too. I haven't. But they don't know that, and it's a great way to form a relationship and just kind of, maybe they were already feeling awkward and we could just dissipate that right off the bat and make a new friend. Tip number 3. When all else fails, use a comeback question. Have you ever been in a group you were just introduced to, and after all the niceties, like, oh, hi, oh my God, so nice to meet you, I'm Lauren, all of a sudden it just stops? I like to call these the comeback questions. They are: 1, how do you know so-and-so? 2, how did you hear about this event? And if all else fails, just ask them, so, you seem like an amazing person. What are your plans for the future? These types of comeback questions can make you the next knockout queen at your networking events. Tip number 4, observational questions. So, this is a higher level skill that I don't think you should go into and foray into very early on. It's after you've learned to observe someone, look at body language, tone, where they're coming from, that you can ask an observational question. For instance, if the person is wearing a chef's smock. Wow, I also love cooking. What's your favorite dish to cook and why? But if the person looks like they've had a heavy meal and you're thinking, maybe they're pregnant, do not risk it. No. Abort. That is an in-doubt question that you shouldn't go into. When in doubt, don't ask an observational question. But if you're a keen observer, feel free to go ahead and try your luck. And finally, tip number 5, make a joke. We all like to laugh at ourselves, and did you know that an awkward silence is exactly 4 seconds long? At a minimum, everyone in the elevator is extremely uncomfortable, so why not joke about it? Break that silence. Oh, don't you hate that awkward silence, guys? Yes, we all do, and thank you for bringing it up. Now I want to be your friend. I've made that joke several times to many laughs. Some friends too. But remember, if all else fails, just get comfortable with it. Honestly, making the uncomfortable comfortable is something that every entrepreneur and business person out there is going to have to do, and it'll be much easier if you can own those silences. You don't have to make the joke if you don't want to, but you should be comfortable in your own skin, because that really, at the end of the day, is what it's all about. And that's all we have for you this week. But now it's time for the challenge! Y'all know that I have a challenge for you each week. This week, it should be no surprise, it's about utilizing one of my tips to fill those awkward silences. Let me know below how it went, which tip you used, and maybe you have your own tip that we didn't think of. Comment down below because we want to have a conversation with you and our community to help everyone involved. Don't forget, subscribe below, and if you want to know to the minute when we launch a new video, ring that bell so you get notified. If you want to be our next networking maven, go to networkingmaverick.com. The link's going to be in the description below. Fill out the Networking Maven questionnaire, and you might be getting a call from me to do a one-on-one interview. Also, don't forget the only way to know the latest and greatest in the community when it comes to events and spotlights is to subscribe for the Networking Maverick newsletter. I'll also put that link below. If you have any upcoming events you think I should know about, let me know. Drop a comment, DM me. I want to hear from you. I hope you had an amazing week this week, crushing your goals. I'll see you next week. Until then, Networking Maverick out. Happy connecting. Awkward silences are the worst, right? I know. Have a good one.
You too.